All right, it's time to do another eBay unboxing. Now you're going to see the miracle in a moment, the context of the miracle. I had beat somebody at the last second. It's called sniping. So when you bid at the last, like the clock is ticking down to seconds, and the auctions end on eBay, you throw in a bid really quick just so somebody can't snap back or clap back at you. And it was a miracle. I beat the bidder under me by $1. So all right, let's unveil it. And this is, I'm going to save it. This is something that I save. When I say save, I try to restore these, or at least preserve them, so they can last a lot longer. And this one is in gnarly condition. So what is it? We'll find out what I mean by miracle. Let's go ahead. Okay, so this is in really, really gnarly condition. So what I do is I rescue these holy relics. Yes, it is a Catholic holy relic of Saint Pope Pius X. Who was he? We'll go over that in a moment. But first off, let's take a look at our relic. Now we have a glare. I'm trying to avoid the glare. All right, so this is a relic of Saint Pope Pius X. Now, what kind of relic? Generally, these are supposed to come with documentation. 9 times out of 10, the certificates go missing, and they would have come from a postulator general of the Catholic Church, depending upon what order of religious group this was. Now, this is dirty. This may be ex carne. Ex carne, I believe, is of the flesh, or ex corpore is of the body, or it could be an ex ossibus, which would be a bone. Now, this is what's known as a first-class holy relic. There's second and third class. First class is of the body of the saint, whether it be the bone, something from their body. It could be a vial of blood. It could be a piece of their fingernail. You get it? Second class is of something they used, they touched in life. It could be part of their tunic, their shoe, their sandal, their theca, if it's a pope, like the little beanie. It could be a piece of their underwear. What is a third-class relic? Okay, a third-class relic is this box. Okay, this box now became a third-class relic because it touched the first-class relic. All right, so we're going to clean this up, but before, so I want to see if it has the original wax seal on the back that we know that this is authentic. Now, these can be faked, but I'm looking for this right now to remove it. Okay, so it's very hard to get these backings off sometimes, so I'm going to have to do a little work to get this off. All right, I'm going to try my X-Acto knife. We don't want to damage this, and I'm going to get in there with my blade right on the end, and sometimes, these just will not budge. This is probably from 1951 to 1954. He was beatified in 1951, canonized as a saint in 1954, and I'm guessing this is right around that time. So this is gunk. Oh, it's coming up. Beautiful. All right, we didn't have to harm it in any way. And, okay, so I'm just pulling up a little bit at a time, just so we don't damage this in any way. Now, there will be a wax seal if this is okay with threads. The threads will, if they're cut or broken, we know this was tampered with. If it's missing the seal, then we're even in bigger trouble, and I wasted my money. Oh, let's check it out. Okay, all right, so it looks like the seal was cut. No, wait, I can see the threads. No, this is good. This is actually good. Okay, and it does, yes, okay, we can see. They put the seal right there. I don't know if you can see that. It says Postulator General. That is the key, and the cipher of Pope Pius X, I think it's his symbol. And you can see the threads going through the cardboard, and it's going out the relic. There we go. This was not tampered with, boys and girls, and this is actually authentic. All right, so I got my supplies. I got Simichrome polish. It's very, very good for any kinds of metal. We got our Q-tips and lens cleaner to clean the glass. You don't want to get the inside of this wet, so I'll show you how to do it. We have our polishing rag, and let's get started, and I'll do this in fast motion. Now, before I do so, I just want to tell you, I saved these. Now, what's happening is, how am I finding these? It's because priests and churches, priests are passing away. These are in their estates. Their family doesn't know what to do with them. So they end up being sold off, maybe have a garage sale, an estate sale. Then they're being flipped all over the internet. Even in antique shops, thrift stores, they're found. And also, churches are being shut down one by one. And these are being dispersed all over. People are buying the contents of the church, whether it be the pews and the altars and so on and so forth. They're getting in the hands of regular people. This is not supposed to be in the hands of a regular person. It's supposed to be only in churches and in public places that are like, places for people to learn about the church, the Vatican, and so on and so forth. Okay, so as you can see, a lot of filth came off of this. The rag got filthy dirty. Now we have to clean the glass without harming the integrity of the relic. So I'm just going to get a Q-tip and some lens cleaner. It's a liquid. It's just alcohol, basically. So I spray the Q-tip lightly with the lens cleaner, and I just go around gently because I don't want to push the glass. Sometimes the glass panel falls inside. I can actually get it righted by taking a piece of masking tape and pulling it back up, and it goes back into the joint, but I don't want it to fall in. And you can see the filth that just came off of this. Now I'm going to dry it very gently. I'm not pressing down. Very little pressure. I'm going to just dry it. And then I'm going to buff it. I'm going to buff the glass because buffing the glass gives it more of a shine. So I'm going to take the buffing part of my polishing cloth and just go like this. And then I'm just going to go around the relic to give it a once over to shine the metal. The buffing really, really, really gets whatever's left of the simichrome out. And it's very hard when you have filigree. Filigree is like this. We have the little nooks and crannies. It's very hard. You got to be careful that you don't get the cream stuck in those little cracks, because then it'll stay in there and it'll damage your relic. You can see more dirt is even coming off of it. We're gonna wash that filth right off of this, and we're buffing away. Oh, look at it, nice and shine. Oh my God, what a difference, right? What a difference. It's beautiful now. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're gonna learn how to place this in a reliquary. The value. Let's not talk about value, because you're not supposed to sell these. And I'm no better than any of you out there, all right? But I'm not flipping these. A lot of people flip these. They say the relic is free, and the reliquary, you're buying the reliquary. That's how you get around the canon law. Is it right? No. All right, so here's how I put this together. I get a piece of fabric. You can get velvet or felt or cotton. And then I get this to stuff it. I use a shish kebab stick, and I get the chalice. Let's get it opened, and we'll do it in fast motion. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you are purchasing these, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's not rocket science. People want these. There's a demand for them. But I don't do it to flip it. I do it to save them. I'm going to share it. I actually already brought one of my relics to a church for my dying stepfather. I don't know if it helped him, but he died right after the priest prayed with the relic, and he died peacefully. He wasn't peaceful before, so maybe it performed a miracle. All right, so these things are expensive. These reliquaries, you can end up paying hundreds of dollars for these as well. All right, so now that you saved your holy relic, you cleaned it, you placed it in a proper vessel, you can really feel good about yourself. Now, again, these really, they shouldn't be purchased, although if they're on the market, they're obtainable. The church in the 90s stopped giving them out to regular people, because with the invention of eBay in the 90s, what happened was people were actually selling them and flipping them for profit. So they'd get them free, and people were doing this in the thousands. And then the church decided to make a new rule that only churches and religious institutions and places can get the first-class relics of the saints. So we can no longer get these anymore. Oh, Pope Pius X. Let's find out, well, Saint Pope Pius X. Let's find out a little more about him before we go. Would you believe I have actual people coming on my video and yelling at me because I usually hang tassels on my holy relics? Everyone's got an opinion, like my mom once said, God rest her soul. Everyone has an opinion like a butt has a seat. Pope Pius X was head of the Catholic Church from the 4th of August 1903 till his death in August of 1914. He is known for vigorously opposing modernist interpretations of Catholic doctrine and for promoting liturgical reforms and Thomas scholastic theology. He was born on June 2nd in 1835 in Italy. He died on August 20th of 1914 at the age of 79 years old from heartbreak of the upcoming World War I. He was heartbroken that lots of people were about to be killed. His fervent opposition to modernism, by the way, it would be what we consider today progressivism, Marxism, communism, socialism. He really opposed that, and he did not want that in the Catholic Church. He was once quoted as saying, "A liberal Catholic is a wolf in sheep's clothing." He was also very humble. He loved children, and he would wander out of the Vatican. Well, it wasn't the Vatican at the time, but he would sneak out, and he would go amongst the regular people, and he would give out candy to children. He was very kind, very, very sweet. You could see it in his eyes, and I'm so happy that I have one of his holy relics. Now, if he would see what's been going on in the world today, especially with all this pro-communism, pro-Marxism, pro-progressivism, he would roll over in his grave, and it's sad. It's sad to see what's changed over the years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all soon on the next one.